ataupun meredakan nyeri sendi dan tulang akibat asam urat ataupun rematik. Berikut 5 tanaman obat yang terkandung di setiap kapsul Remastop. Apium graveolens herbae atau seledri, Curcuma xanthorrhiza rhizoma atau temulawak, Curcuma domestica rhizoma atau kunyit, ekstrak Sida rombifolia herbal atau sida gurih, ekstrak Synggiber officinale rhizoma atau jahe merah. Bukan hanya mengobati penyakit persendian dan tulang saja, Remastop juga dapat menjadi sumber vitamin bagi tubuh agar persendian dan tulang tetap sehat dan terjaga.
Apa sih antiinflamasi itu? Jadi antiinflamasi merupakan respon protektif dalam tubuh terhadap rangsangan. Nah, pentingnya antiinflamasi dalam tubuh, dia berfungsi untuk mengurangi rasa nyeri, kemerahan, dan bengkak pada area tubuh yang terinfeksi. Nah, kandungan flavonoid dalam tubuh sendiri, dia berfungsi sebagai antiinflamasi yang baik. Bagaimana mekanisme dan cara kerja obat di dalam tubuh? Jadi, obat akan masuk dan diekskresikan atau dipecah di dalam ginjal. Setelah terekskresi di dalam ginjal, akan larut ke pembuluh darah. Ketika obat sudah mulai menyebar melalui pembuluh darah, nah saat itu juga tubuh akan merespon melalui reseptor agonis, sehingga akan menekan keluhan. Ketika kadar asam urat dalam tubuh sudah meningkat, memang jarang bisa disembuhkan. Akan tetapi bisa ditekan menggunakan obat-obatan tertentu. Apalagi obat-obatan yang mengandung antiinflamasi seperti contohnya flavonoid.
Satu box Remastop terdapat 45 kapsul, yang setiap kapsulnya mengandung 5 ekstraksi terbaik yang sudah melewati uji klinis dan mendapatkan sertifikasi dari Badan POM dan Halal MUI, sehingga aman untuk dikonsumsi dan menjadi salah satu rekomendasi produk terbaik untuk penderita pegal linu, nyeri sendi akibat asam urat ataupun rematik. Cukup meminum Remastop 3 kali sehari sesudah makan, maka kesehatan persendian dan tulang Anda akan terjaga.
Jangan lupa menjaga kesehatan Anda dengan tetap mengkonsumsi obat yang sudah terdaftar BPOM dan Halal MUI agar Anda dapat merasakan khasiatnya yang aman dan tidak menimbulkan efek samping apapun yang dapat memperburuk kondisi Anda. Sayangi diri Anda dan keluarga Anda dengan memeriksakan keluhan yang Anda rasakan saat ini, atau Anda dapat berkonsultasi dengan praktisi profesional dari kami yang terpercaya dengan menghubungi kontak di bawah ini.
Indonesia, tanah airku. Rise and shine, everyone. Good morning and welcome to See Today's Network Morning Show. This is the See Morning Show. We're welcoming to all of you that is tuning in right now. And as always, it's always a great pleasure to bring you your daily dose of morning news. Of course, we have top stories coming right here from Indonesia, Southeast Asia region, and of course, around the world. We will have also a couple of talk show. Well, not only two, but three today that you do not want to miss. Definitely with the latest development and also updates in regards to what will be discussed today. My name is Caroline Rahmat. I am never alone right here on the desk. We have Tommy and also Shahnas right here for your lovely Tuesday morning. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Carol, Shahnas.
Yes.
Awesome Tuesday, huh?
Awesome. I love how you said awesome Tuesday. Yes, it's early in the week, by the way.
All right, now in addition, good morning. I'm your host, Tommy Chokro. In addition to what Carol just said, we will also have a special talk show with Amira Permadi, a junior Indonesian golfer who won the Malaysia International Junior Open 2024. And in the last hour, we'll invite family psychologist Novita Tandri to discuss the viral case of a 14-year-old accused of killing his father and grandmother. And make sure you stay tuned for that. You can always connect with us on social media at See Today's News on Instagram, X, and YouTube.
And hello everyone, good morning. I'm your host Shahnas Suartono, and in addition again to what Tommy just said, we will also have the third talk show of the day. We will talk with a color analyst, so I'm very much excited for that. I want to know what color suits me and my personality, so please stay tuned for that. And I also want to greet our viewers that are now able to tune in from Foxtel's Flash Australia, Macau Cable TV Channel 84, Vision Philippines Channel 58, Air Cable Philippines and Singtel Singapore Channel 15, and also StarHub Channel 720. All right, let's start this Tuesday with our headlines.
And for our world news, 56 have been killed in a stampede at a stadium in southern Guinea following clashes between fans during a football match.
Displaced Palestinians in Gaza are barely able to secure enough bread for their families due to soaring price of flour.
A small migrant caravan has set out from southern Mexico to the United States to seek asylum.
And from sports, the Indonesian women's team has stormed into the final of 2024 AFF Women's Cup after destroying Singapore 3-0 to set up a final match with Cambodia. And we definitely have a jam-packed show for today. And we will begin with a couple of world's updates. We begin from West Africa, where it's supposed to be a Sunday family day and a very sportsman football match, but it turned into a chaos where 56 have been killed and several injured in a stampede at a football stadium in southern Guinea following clashes between fans, Guinea's government said on Monday.
Authorities are conducting an investigation to establish those responsible for the stampede on Sunday, Communication Minister Fana Soma said in a statement.
Among the victims are several children, according to local media and a coalition of political parties. Prime Minister Amadou Uriba has said on the X platform that the stampede broke out on Sunday afternoon in Zerekore during the final of a local tournament between the Labe and Zerekore teams. Now, the tournament was in honor of military leader Mamadi Doumbouya.
Now, local media have reported that security forces had tried to use the tear gas and to restore calm after the chaos that followed the disputed penalty. Again, this, we've seen a couple of games like this beforehand in the past. It is just very sad to see how it, got into this particular situation right now. The chaos erupted after fans protested a referee's call. And again, as we saw, it became a very chaos in the aftermath. Media Guinea also reported that supporters were throwing stones and security was forced to use tear gas, as we also reported, and what caused into a very deadly incident when people tried to exit the stadium with all the gates at once. Hence, that's why we're seeing right now in the footage that causes the stampede. Where the stadium can occupy about 20,000 to 30,000 spectators. So you just imagine that, where people are rushing together when they're seeing that people are throwing stones because of a referee's call. And of course, there are children that was there attending the game. So families are trying to, save their children and themselves going out of the stadium. Now, authorities right now are trying to establish who is responsible. This was stated by Prime Minister Amandabu Oriba, where he already stated this in the national television. And Guinea leaders announced 3 days of national mourning starting on today, on Tuesday, in a presidential decree on a national television.
All right, now let's move on to the next one. Group of scouts from the Al-Mahdi Scout Association have mobilized on Monday to assist in the cleanup efforts in Beirut's southern suburbs.
Armed with brooms and shovels, the scouts have been working tirelessly to remove debris and rubble from the streets and building entrances, helping to restore some appearance of order and normalcy to the affected areas.
Amar Jawad, the Beirut commissioner for Al-Mahdi Scouts, a Hezbollah-affiliated association, said hundreds of young men and women are taking part in the cleanup campaign. In addition to work done by the scouts, local residents have joined the efforts, helping to clear debris from the entrance of buildings and stores.
Hassan Mohammed, the snack shop manager from Harit Hareik, said cleanup efforts started on the first morning after the ceasefire was announced between Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah group.
Israel carried out heavy strikes on Beirut's southern suburbs before the ceasefire took hold on November 27th, pounding targets in the already hard-hit neighborhoods known as the Dahiyeh, where Hezbollah was headquartered.
In the days since Wednesday, displaced residents have been returning to the rubble-strewn streets of Beirut's southern suburbs.
مئات من الشباب والشابات مباشرين بحملات النظافة. رسالتنا انه نحن متكاتفين بكل عزيمة وقوة، نحن موجودين إلى جانب أهلنا لدعمهم على المستوى المعنوي، وكذلك الأمر على مستوى العمل الميداني بإزالة أي عائق بأخر عودتهم الآمنة والطبيعية إلى حياتهم بالضاحية.
أول نهار وقت إطلاق النار الصبح كنا هون وبلشنا تخطيط لحتى نرجع بقوة إن شاء الله، ومسألة كم يوم بنكون نحن عم نرجع نشتغل إن شاء الله.
Displaced Palestinians in Gaza are barely able to secure enough bread for their families due to high flour prices in a UN agency decision to halt aid shipments through Gaza's main crossing following looting.
Footage by the Associated Press on Monday showed Wafa Attar, a displaced woman from Beit Lahia, using makeshift oven to bake loaves of pita bread in Deir al-Balah. Displaced people in Deir al-Balah face significant food insecurity due to a flour shortage and the lack of food in November. A bag of flour can cost up to $250, making it unaffordable to some.
الناس بقت تيجي تخبز عندي بال70 رغيف بال80 رغيف، هلقيت بيجيبوا 10 15 لأنه الطحين بالكيلو الطحين ب35 شيكل بيعملش إلا 10 رغفة، بيقسمون على أولادهم كل يوم رغيف.
خصص على الجميع الطحين، والله الرغيف صار يقسموه الناس على نفرين وثلاثة رغيف. باقوا الناس نخبز لنا 30 رغيف اليوم، بنخبز 10 يا 15 وفيش طحين، والله له شهر ما يعدي علينا.
Last month, bakeries in Deir al-Balah shuttered for several days because they didn't receive flour deliveries, pushing thousands to starvation as families heavily rely on makeshift charitable kitchens and bakeries to survive.
مدورين جوعا، جعانين بمعنى الكلمة. كيس الطحين عندنا ما يعادل $250. $250 للشعب له سنة ما اشتغلش ولا دخل عليه شيكل، 5 خبزات صغار هالقد ب10 شيكل. طب أنا 10 تنفار. كل يوم بدي ب50 شيكل خبز عشان وجبة فطور، وجبة واحدة وما بنشبعها اللقمة، بنقوم جعانين.
Some displaced people reported they can only secure 1 meal a day for their families. The UN Agency for Palestinian Refugees said on Sunday it is halting aid deliveries through the main cargo crossing into the war-ravaged Gaza Strip because of the threat of armed gangs who have looted convoys.
It is very devastating what is happening right now, especially in Gaza. We know now it's coming to winter season. People are just in famine, a lack of water, a lack of food, a lack of aid. Again, as we just mentioned and what we're seeing and what we reported, right now Egypt is hosting a conference on humanitarian response in Gaza, where there's 100 delegations representing countries and international organizations. And this summit is seeking to enhance the humanitarian response in Gaza. The UN Deputy Chief Amina Mohammed opened the conference by urging to end the nightmare in Gaza, whereas the humanitarian coordinator for the occupied Palestinian territory, Muhammad Hadi, also spoke, calling for ceasefire assurance that humanitarian workers must have a safe, rapid, unimpeded, and sustained access to all people in need. This is what happened post what happened with the World Central Kitchen, where 3 of their employees or the volunteers had been attacked by the Israel military, also attended there. And I think these are the people that know what is happening in the ground, and that is UNRWA Chief Philippine Lazzarini and Palestine Prime Minister Mohammed Mustafa also was there to give their remarks. Now, on the other side of the pond, we know this has been shining light upon right now what is happening in the Middle East, where U.S. President-elect Donald Trump has threatened unspecified harsh consequences for the Middle East and Hamas if captives taken from Israel